The first time I streamed, I was using a computer that was good enough to play games, but streaming on top of that was intensive. Basically, Intel CPUs are the only ones I've used like throughout my whole life. Because I've always built my computers myself, and I trust them. So right now in my setup, I'm using the Intel i7 Extreme Edition CPU, which I'm really happy with. It can handle everything as it should. It's amazing.
When I go to his stream, I want to learn how to play a video game. He is not like me where I'm just like, whoa, yeah, what's up, Rachel? Okay, boom. Like, he's not like that. He's very like, so here's the reason why I went in for the dash stab, because if you don't do the dash stab in this point, they can counterattack, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm learning so much, and it's very informative. And that's like how I see a game if I want to learn like the gaming side of it, you know, not the, oh, can you take off hats and throw them around in that game? Oh, you can.
I watch his stream when I want to turn my brain off. I usually expect to find him dressed as an animal lit on fire standing on his head, and I am never disappointed.
I don't disappoint.
I think a lot of people stick around my channel because I try to be as interactive and inclusive of as many people as possible. I go out of my way to remember people's usernames, their real names if they tell me, conversations that we've had, and I do this while also trying to be as educational about the game that I'm playing as well. So I'll just switch back and forth from, oh, hey, good to see you again, to, oh, we're taking this item because X reason is better than this stat, etc. Being able to do both at once has really helped me out.
The scene compared to 13 years ago when I started CS and now is completely different. Not only is it a different game, but it's crazy huge. People kind of might do it for the money and the fame. Back then it was really just for the competition and the desire to win. I don't think it's a bad thing. I actually enjoy that there's so many people in CSGO now, that tournaments have millions of dollars, and that there's millions of people involved, from fans to medias and etc. I just think that it's overwhelming a little bit when you compare it, but I think it's overwhelming in a good way.
Qualities that like really attract me about like streamers and, you know, males, females, both kinds, is just like that they're really just true to who they are. You can see it. I think there's like a, you know, they're not acting. It's not like they're like putting on, unless that's their gimmick, is like putting on a show, like kind of thing. Because like when I stream, it's very like, what's going on? Like it's very like energy, like a lot of energy for 4 hours, 5 hours. But you know, I think I have a type for the mood I'm in. Like you can go watch an Anthony Kong fan who like plays for like 12 hours, plays games, and he just sits there and is good at games, you know? And then you can go to someone who's like just like a Tiger Rider who's really high energy. You watch him for 4 hours because at the end of it you're sweating. You're like, whew, that was a show.
I always try communicating with everyone, and that's my main focus, because that's what I say as a joke, but it's also true that I'm the world's okayest gamer. I'm not good, like particularly good in any game, so I try to be engaging and entertaining.
I think that Twitch interactive games is really starting to make a presence and is really starting to like get people excited, like being able to have your chat vote, because honestly, for me and a lot of streamers, interaction is the key. To be able to talk to them, to be able to like look and check chat, to have them affect your game. Now you're talking about a whole new industry.
I feel like within a year, streaming is gonna go from being like just the competitor to pre-recorded videos like YouTube, to moving into being more of a household name. Because right now, if people ask me what I do for a living and I give them an answer, I just kind of get this, you do what? Response. I feel like in a year or so, I probably won't have to explain it as much.
In the remaining time of my sabbatical, what I want to accomplish is continue being a better CSGO player for my team, and to maybe trying to find ways to give back to the lower tier. Maybe help players that don't know anything about CSGO jump in and learn. I think I want to give back to the community.
You see all these names in your chat over and over again. Alexander479, you know, like Mozzie, like all these names that you don't put faces to. And then you meet these people. You give them like a hug, you give them like a handshake, you go to dinner with them, you eat, you talk about life, like actual life. I think is my favorite part, and will always be about any convention, is just seeing the community that you're in and a part of and have created.
For me, my favorite moment was not just meeting my viewers, but like a lot of my viewers have in turn started their own channels. And so I hosted like a small private dinner gathering for all of my guys that had started their own channels to just come sit down and poke me with questions about, you know, how to get their stuff started. And that was the first and so far only time that I've been able to get all of my friends that I've made through Twitch and have done my best to mentor them in one spot where they could all meet each other and, you know, talk about, you know, the struggle of getting started as a smaller streamer, and then, you know, me being able to answer their questions and be able to hopefully positively impact them on their own career growth if they choose to stick with Twitch for that long. That to me was the best moment, along with meeting all, you know, viewers and friends and everyone else.
The first time I streamed, I was using a computer that was good enough to play games, but streaming on top of that was intensive. Basically, Intel CPUs are the only ones I've used like throughout my whole life, because I've always built my computers myself.